This week on the Fish Tank, all these DC trailers have me feeling down. Hey everyone, I'm Garrett Hallfish. Welcome to the West Coast. I want to thank you all for joining me. This is not going to be how it normally is, but I want to keep things casual this week because we are still in that transition period and we haven't fully set up our set. But anyways, this week I mainly want to talk about all the recent footage we've seen for these DC movies. We've got Batman vs. Superman, you've got Suicide Squad, you've got Wonder Woman, and I'm really getting nervous with how these are turning out. So I just wanted to get it off my chest. I know I'm not in the popular opinion. A lot of people are really getting excited for these, and I still will be going to see these movies, but I'm having less and less faith in them the more I've seen. So before you say like, well, he's just upset because of the Christopher Nolan movies being so good and they're not the same. That's not true. While I did really like those movies, so far I've really liked what Zack Snyder has done. Man of Steel, Superman Man of Steel, I thought was actually a really good movie. Not everyone liked it, but I thought you really felt, especially in those flashback scenes, what Clark Kent was going through as he was transitioning from being this extraterrestrial on this planet, going through all those changes. That was really well done. And then this was probably one of the first Superman movies where he really felt super. I mean, sure, he caused tons of destruction, but I mean, you felt like him flying, you felt that force behind him, and that was really well done. So I know it's not for everyone. I know he does some things that are against what Superman normally does, but I personally really liked it. So I was really excited to see some footage for Batman vs. Superman, and with the first trailer, I actually really enjoyed that. It had a great kind of sense of like pitting the two against each other. You can kind of draw some things from the comics, and I think the mood overall was great because you can tell that they're immediately talking about all the aftermath from the first movie, all that destruction, and that helps set up this huge strife between the two. And I thought that was great. And even when they show just more and more, like you get a little bit of Lex Luthor, and I'm like, okay, like I'm really buying this. This is something that I actually really want to go see. And then they came out with the second trailer, and now it seems like it's too overstuffed. Like they're trying to quickly rush into the Justice League movies, and that really worries me. I mean, they show off Doomsday, which, I mean, that's cool that he's in a movie, but this already seemed like it was a big movie. You've got Wonder Woman in there, apparently Cyborg and The Flash and Aquaman. They're all supposed to be making cameos, and I'm just worried that there's too much. And so unless this is like a 5-hour movie, I feel like it's just gonna either feel too rushed, you're not really gonna get like every little bit that you want, and it's just gonna blow right through all the really cool parts. It could end up being really good. I don't know for sure, but I mean, we'll see. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but right now, based off that second trailer, I'm really getting worried about it. Then next up, we have Suicide Squad, another movie where at first I wasn't sure why they were making this movie. I am a big fan of the Suicide Squad comics, but I was worried with how they'd be able to translate it. But for the first trailer, I was still a little so-so. Jared Leto as Joker, I actually liked the footage that they showed in that first trailer, even with all the stupid tattoos like damaged on his forehead. I liked how he was playing him, seemed really creepy. And like just all the little characters, even though they didn't really say much in the trailer, they looked like they were doing really well. It seemed really serious, but I don't know, it looked like it fit alongside with where these DC movies are going. But then they came out with the second trailer, and once again, I think just like ruins the momentum that I personally was gaining for it. I mean, yes, this one's a lot more fun. It definitely feels like it's kind of sharing a little bit from the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of trailer style, that they're trying to be really fun, little jokes, great music. And that's all great, but it's completely different feeling than the first trailer. And I don't know, just some of the characters I think weren't really done well, especially in the second character. I mean, Killer Croc always looked really bad in both these trailers. So here, you can just kind of write that off. But like Harley Quinn, in the first one she seems great because she's not saying much. And that sounds terrible, but the more she talks in this trailer, the more I'm just kind of pulled out of it. Because one, I'm so used to Batman animated series, that Harley Quinn in that really thick accent, and that's kind of taken away, and so it almost seems cheesy what she's saying. It does. I don't like. I don't want her to talk anymore. And then I'm actually a big fan of Will Smith and his direction for Deadshot. I mean, there's not a lot of really material for him to go off of as far as being in the movies and stuff. So he's got some room to play around with it. I don't like his costuming for parts of it, but by and large, I'm okay with him. But then they showed more of Jared Leto, and once again, it's like same with Harley Quinn. I feel like he's going too far into like that kind of hammy category where it's like overacting, and it just makes me worried. And I know, we all were discounting back in Christopher Nolan's Batman when we had that Joker come through, and he ended up being one of the best Jokers. But I don't know, just right now, me personally, I'm not excited to see Jared Leto as a Joker. And I know there's all these rumors. I don't want to spoil any of them for you guys if you don't want to know. But even that, like, those rumors around Joker, I just, no, please, I don't want to see it. And then finally, more recently, we've seen some Wonder Woman footage, which I was actually surprised by because that movie's, I guess it's like a year and a half away. But they showed off during some CW DC Universe special some footage from the upcoming movie. And from what they showed, I mean, yeah, it's really early on, but I guess I'm glad it aired on CW because the quality of the video looks like CW. For those who haven't watched Arrow, The Flash, or the new DC Legends of Tomorrow, there's kind of this low budget quality to it all. And that's kind of what Wonder Woman looked like in this footage. And I don't know, it almost looked like Xena, the warrior princess. Like it made me less excited. And I actually think Gal Gadot is making a perfect Wonder Woman. I mean, yeah, she's not as muscular as some people would like, but I think with all the working out Gal Gadot has gone through, I think she's actually doing a great job to like try to make sure Wonder Woman isn't just this beautiful woman. She's this super powerful warrior. But yeah, like this footage, it's rough. And the fighting scenes, I mean, I don't know how much post-production gets done in fighting scenes, but I mean, it looks like she's missing every single time. And they're still like, whoa, when she's throwing punches and throwing her shield. So that one just personally irks me. And then, I don't know, just some of the footage, it looks like, it almost looks like a BBC special doing Wonder Woman. It looks rough. So we have a lot to see with that. We haven't even seen an official trailer, so you can't judge too harshly on that. But that's really it. Those are my disappointments for DC Universe and their movies for this week. So please let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people are really hyped for these movies. I want to hear why. I want to know why I should be hyped. And if you have a good enough reason, I might turn around and be super excited for these movies. So please let me know in the comments below. You can find us on Facebook via the description below. You can also follow us on Twitter at NerdMuchCom. I'd like to thank you all for joining us this week. See you next time. Real quick, I also want to point out that Ezra Miller as the Flash, I hate that choice. I mean, the Flash in the show is fantastic, but Ezra Miller, I mean, just looking at him as an actor, just already makes me want to punch him in the face. And then just looking at the roles that he's done makes me want to punch him in the face even more.